Hey guys, how are you? I hope that everybody can hear me. Let me know if you can in the chat. I put a delay on the comments of about 10 seconds to hopefully I can keep up with them a little bit better than I was able to last time. I'm glad that all of you guys could join me here. The one that the live stream that I did yesterday, um, it was very spur of the moment. It was basically I was on Patreon and I was thinking about what I could do for a 40,000 subscriber special. And a lot of people were saying, "Hey, maybe you should live stream." So I was like, I really don't know how to do that. But I wanted to come on here. I wanted to give it a shot. And right now it's still just kind of in test mode. So just kind of like seeing how to work it, kind of playing around with it. I'm using OBS, so eventually I'm sure I will be able um to like attach a game to it as well, so you can like see me in the camera and then you can see the game too and all that kind of stuff. So we're here together and we are learning together as well. Um this is my first time doing it. This channel all started out as a hobby to me. Um Thank you guys so much for your comments, by the way. Thank you. Um it was all just a hobby to me. It still is a hobby to me. I still have a full-time job. Although the channel is kind of taking things over, I've got to say it's kind of blown up. So we'll see how that goes in the future. Yesterday, after yesterday after it started buffering and everything else and all that kind of stuff, um Ken had to go out and get an Ethernet cable, and he was like, I should have an Ethernet cable, and we looked in the garage and all that, and he couldn't find one. So he went to Lowe's, and then we spent literally probably 4 to 5 hours drilling holes in the ceiling of the garage, and then bringing the cord up through like the bottom of the floor and like the baseboards and everything, in order to connect the Ethernet cable from the downstairs office modem into my office up here, or wherever the cable was, or whatever. Anyway, it was a pain in the ass. Oh, thank you, Charlie Riot. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's really sweet. And your avatar is from, what is that? That's Vagrant Story, isn't it? It looks like Vagrant Story with that crazy hair. Yeah. Timber Maniac, you always crack me up. Oh my gosh, thank you, Matthew Phillips. Oh, thank you. That's really sweet. Thank you so much. Um, thank you. So yesterday's video, whenever it went onto YouTube, there was like this little thing. It looked completely different from normally for like a save a let's play. I put it into Movie Maker and I upload it and I save it and all that, but it didn't look like that. The live streaming, whenever you upload it to YouTube, it looks different. So I'm looking at it and it says, oh, do you want to edit some parts out? And I was like, yeah, I do. I wanted to edit out the very beginning of the video, where there was like an echoey thing happening, because I had no clue how to set up the OBS and it took me about 3 or 4 minutes to get the echo out. And then I wanted to edit out about the last 10 or so minutes where it was buffering and I was looking like a moron, going like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. So I went and I edited those two pieces out. And I think whenever I edited those out, what happened was that the live chat got lost. So there will be no editing out of this video, because we're going to test that and we're going to see and make sure that that everything stays. Oh, thank you. I actually really like. I got this shirt. This is from Sarah Grafford. She says, "I like your shirt. It matches the color of your shelving background." Thank you. I got this shirt at Buckle, and it was super. It was only $20, and it comes in all different colors, and they're really cute. And what I really like about it is it's very almost like see-through. Like if I put I don't know if you guys can see it, but if I put my hand in there, like you can really kind of see. You can kind of see through it, and that's what I like about it, because it is so hot in Nevada. It's a great shirt for the summertime. Right now it's not hot, but believe me, it will be. Um, let's see. My strategy guide. I've been collecting strategy guides since forever. Somebody asked me last time, are you looking for any kind of white whale strategy guides? And I am. There's a Luffy's 2 strategy guide, and I stupidly gave the Earthbound strategy guide that I got with Earthbound back when. I gave that to my brother, and he's hoarding it and won't give it back to me. So yeah, the Earthbound strategy guide I would like as well, but that's ridiculously expensive. Retro City Games. Rye Guy says, I heard you mention Retro City Games in your video too. Yeah, there's 2 Retro City Games here in town. One is definitely better than the other. There's one over on, I think it's like Ramrod and, what's that road? Is it Warm Springs? I think it's Warm Springs and Ramrod or something like that. Anyway, it's over there near Henderson, and it's obviously a retro game store, and it is jam-packed. It is packed to the brim with all sorts of stuff. And I really do like going there. And then there's another one over at Town Square, which just opened. And, no shade to it at all. It just opened, but it just doesn't have as much stuff as the other one because, it just opened. So hopefully that one will get a little bit better, since that one is just a tad bit closer to my house. But honestly, they're about equidistant from each other. Let's see. Yeah, the live streaming, like, it's a lot of fun. I didn't think that I would have fun whenever I first started it up. But I like it. I think it's a blast. I think it's a lot of fun. Is my door looking even more brilliant? Yeah, somebody asked me yesterday, like, where'd you get the door? And I'm like, the door? What are you talking about? The door? The door is the door. It's the door. I don't know. So, yeah. What have I been playing or replaying recently? The problem with doing a Let's Play, let's talk about that. The problem with doing a Let's Play is that a lot of my time goes into the Let's Play. So it makes it harder for me to actually play the newer games, because a lot of the times I'll go and I'll have to play, Earthbound on my own, and then go back and then record what I just played, just so I can, figure out what I'm doing and not look around looking like I'm a moron or anything while I'm, on camera. So doing a Let's Play does take up a lot of my time. But the other game that I still am playing, I'm still plugging away, is Ys 9. I'm still plugging away at that, and I mentioned last time that I ordered 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. So that should be coming in the mail sometime soon. So I am looking forward to playing that as well. Let's see. Okay, what is the best... Angel Q asks, I wonder what is the best Dragon Quest game to play for somebody who's only stuck to Final Fantasy or Shin Megami Tensei. If you're looking for a Dragon Quest game that has monster capturing, so similar to SMT, I would go with Dragon Quest V. That is the creator's favorite Dragon Quest. It's also my favorite Dragon Quest. You might think that it's a little bit too old school, so if you're looking for kind of a new school sort of Dragon Quest, I would stick to either 8 or 11. Honestly, you really can't go wrong with any of the Dragon Quests. That being said, though, 6 and 7 do drag, so I wouldn't start there, and 1 can be a product of its time. We'll just put it that way. And 2 can be quite difficult as well. So my recommendations for getting into Dragon Quest, if you're going to play for the very first time, I would say if you're an old school gamer, go with either 3 or 5. If you are new school and you like, the upgraded stuff, I would start with either 8 or 11. Oh, wow, you're watching from Australia? What time is it in Australia? Man. Let's see. Where am I at in the I keep on losing myself in these comments. I start reading comments and then I start and then I start like losing myself in where I am. Let me just go through some of these. Yeah, somebody goes Ramrod and they stuck their tongue out. Yeah, I know, Ramrod. I am aware. It's kind of ridiculous. Let's see. What do I want to talk about? Oh, my favorite JRPG women. Funny you should mention that. I am currently, right now, making a video about ranking the Wild Arms series from like worst to best. And my favorite freaking character, like my favorite woman character, like of all time, I love her so much, is Edna from Wild Arms XF. You might not know her because it's an obscure game and she's a villain. But that woman, oh my god, if like she is an idol. She is an idol. I love her. She's hysterical. Let's see. Do I go back and collect collector's editions, or are they over the top and worthless? I was never into collecting. For me, I just wanted the game. I wasn't about all of the extras. You know, I wasn't going to spend $100 on some collection that I could just get for, I wonder if I could just get the game for $40. I wasn't about that. However, that being said, I do have some collector's editions for games that I thought were worth it. I have a Xenoblade Chronicles Collector's Edition that comes from Europe. It came with like a red controller. It's in a box up there on the shelf. I have a Wizard's Edition of Ni no Kuni. I have some other stuff as well, some steel boxes and things like that. Maybe if they put out collector's editions for like Dragon Quest, I would do that, but I'm not going to do it for every little Tom, Dick, and Harry JRPG that's ever released. Let's see. Oh, I see a lot of people just saying hi, or I like your Let's Plays and things like that. And thank you. What made me choose Lloyd as my avatar? Originally, when I started my channel, my avatar was just a picture of me and Ken. It was a picture taken by my mother like on Christmas Day of years ago, and I just had that up there. And then I was like, maybe I should change it. Maybe I should change it to something else. And I was, at the time, I think I was playing Trails of Zero, and I just choose Lloyd, and I never changed it. So that's why Lloyd's the avatar. I never went back and changed it. Have I been on Twitch? No, I have not been on Twitch. Matthew Phillips asks, have I been on Twitch? Let me take that back. So, there was a video that I had to put on Twitch whenever I was Let's Playing Dragon Quest XI. There was a video, I think it was like the ending of Dragon Quest XI, and for whatever reason, YouTube would not allow me to upload it. It wasn't even so much that it like copyright struck me or anything like that. It would literally say, you cannot upload this video. It just plain and simple could not do it. And I'm like, how am I going to do this? I've spent 80 plus episodes, doing this Let's Play, and then I'm going to say I can't upload the ending? I mean, what is that? So I went on Reddit, and I was looking around, and I was like, I got to do something. And then somebody said, oh, you can upload it on Twitch. So I created a Twitch account just to upload that one video. And I think in my YouTube description, I uploaded like a blank video, and it says, the video is located on Twitch. Here's the link. And that's the only time I've ever really been on Twitch. Oh, what's happening? Rick 2. Thank you. Keep up the good work, dude, even though you don't like Suikoden 3. Can't be mad at you. Thank you so much, Rick. That's very nice of you. Thank you. It's not so much that I don't like Suikoden 3. I would like to go back and play it. But I would also like for there to be a fast forward button, because it's just too much. It's just too much. Oh, it's just so slow. I will be buying the Saga Frontier remaster. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Oh, thank you. Why is your name highlighted? I don't know. That's weird. Okay. Laowai86. I'm just wondering. Everybody else's name isn't highlighted, and his name is highlighted, and I don't know why, and that's just kind of odd to me. Maybe somebody can answer that question in the comments, so who knows. Treasure of the Urudras. Yay or nay? That is a definite yay. I liked Treasure of the Rudras. And actually, I was reading something on Facebook at the gym. Normally when I'm at the gym, I'm kind of doing my presses or whatever, and then I look on Facebook. I am that person at the gym who sits there on my phone as I'm scrolling and reading. Anyway, there was an article about some company. I forgot the name of it, but some company was or has a partnership with Square, and they are going back and they are redoing or remaking some of their classic games. And I would love to see Treasure of the Rudras completely remade. I liked the magic system with the mantras. Like, okay, if you don't know what Treasure of the Rudras is, it's an SNES game, and it had a scenario system, and it was something like 15 days till the end of the world, like the apocalypse was coming, so these 3 different heroes had to go through and do different things to prevent the apocalypse. But the main selling point was that there was this magic system where you could use words and you could create spells. Like Lef was a healing spell, but if you put like Lefna, you use prefixes and suffixes in order to power up the magic. You would make the healing, more powerful, or you'd make it multi-target or whatever. So yeah, I definitely recommend Treasure of the Rudras. It is also like an environmental JRPG, kind of like Great Greed, where the storyline revolves around the environment and pollution and things like that. Thomas Miner, thank you so much. Oh, I'm sorry that you went through a messy divorce. But thank you so much for your donation. Thank you. It always surprises me how much, or whenever I get messages from people saying, oh, you've helped me through this, or thank you for helping me through that. I got an email the other day from someone whose grandparents died, and they were like, thank you so much. You got me through that really dark time. And it's always shocking to me that here I am, just plugging away in my game room, just playing games and commenting and having fun and sharing my knowledge, and I'm really helping people, and it's shocking to me. And it makes me really, really happy that I'm able to do that. So, yeah. Matthew Phillips says, would you consider doing a Let's Play live once a month? That's actually a good question, because here's the deal. My schedule is pretty busy, so a lot of the times I can record my Let's Plays, like I can record my Let's Plays whenever I can record them, whether that's at 10 o'clock at night, or 10 o'clock in the morning, or if I have to record 4 of them on some random Sunday, I can record them whenever I can record them. So I would like to do a live Let's Play or do live streaming more often, like let's say that I did want to live stream some games or something like that. It would be very hard for me to say every single day at 5 p.m. on the dot, I'm going to be live streaming. I can't do that. I can't. If I ever did live streaming, it would be like, well, today it's at 9 o'clock, tomorrow it's going to be at 11 p.m., and then the next day it's going to be at 6. It's just, I'm a busy guy. I just kind of have to fit it in where I can fit it in. So, I would like to do live streaming like that, but I wouldn't be able to commit to any kind of schedule. The only kind of schedule that I might be able to commit to would be something along the lines of if I said every Tuesday at 8 o'clock, I could do that. Because Tuesday's kind of like an off day. Oh, let's see what we got here. Oh, from Matthew Phillips. Again, thank you so much for your donation. I have to read the donations, and thank you. Ayuden Chronicle 100 Heroes. Have you heard about the game? Yes, I have heard about Ayuden Chronicles 100 Heroes. It is a spiritual successor to the Suikoden series, and I have talked about that on my channel. And I am really looking forward to it. I don't really look forward to many indie type games, I guess, or just the normal stuff that you see on Steam. But that to me isn't an indie game. That to me is a top quality game, and I am looking forward to that. Oh my god, my comments just jumped all over the place again. Let's see, where am I at? Oh, I'm lost in the comments, and I'm looking. Oh, I'm lost in the comments again. Let's see. Oh man, there's so many comments, and it's I don't move the thing, and then it jumps, and then I'm just gonna start reading from wherever I am, and it is what it is. So yeah. Let's see. Where are we at? What do I want to talk about? My fitness routine. People always ask me, what's my fitness routine? Talk about your workout routine. Yeah. basically, I go to the gym 7 days a week. I don't really take a day off. And what I do is I have a 4-day rotation. So, like on day one, let's say Monday. Monday would be chest day. Tuesday would be back day. Wednesday would be arm day. Thursday would be leg day. And then Friday, I would go back to chest day. And another little secret thing I'm going to show you right now. Excuse the sound because I'm literally going to show you something. This is an under the desk peddler or cycler thing. I bought it off of Amazon. And sometimes whenever I'm playing a game, in order to get cardio in or to get, extra steps in or something, I will just sit there and pedal for hours while I'm playing a game. So yeah, it's a really easy way to get your cardio in or to get your steps in. And then like you're doing it, you're playing a game, and then all of a sudden it's 2 hours have gone by and you've done 2 hours worth of cardio. So yeah. Okay, let's see how it's donated. Oh, okay, so you're highlighted because you're a verified YouTuber. Got you. And also, thank you so much for the donations. Thank you. That was from Lowy86. Thank you. And this is from Klasky123. Could you please rank Final Fantasy 1 classes for the NES? Okay. Red Mage, Fighter, Black Belt, White Mage, Black Mage, Thief. There you go. Yeah, Red Mage is definitely the best there, followed by Fighter. The very first time that I beat Final Fantasy 1, I used a party of 2 Fighters and 2 Red Mages. And I also used a Game Genie code for Infinite Gold, but what you gonna do? Oh, let's see. I'm trying to go through the comments quicker. So yeah, have I played Suikoden Tactics? I have. It was a slow game, but I have played Suikoden Tactics. I played that after playing Suikoden 4 because I heard it like helped with the story of Suikoden 4. It was okay. I'm not gonna say I didn't like it. I'm not gonna say I liked it. It was a middle of the road Suikoden game. I put up maybe, what was it, 3 weeks ago, a month ago? I put up a ranking video, ranking the Suikoden series. So if you want to see that, it's on my channel. Let's see. I will also get into Legend of Mana Remaster. Timbermaniac asks about that. I will be getting the Legend of Mana Remaster. I wasn't the biggest fan of Legend of Mana whenever it first came out, but I'll give it a second chance. Why not? Jacob Waddle, have you ever played any MMOs? If so, what was your favorites? I have. I played, you probably would have never heard of it. It was called Asheron's Call, back in like the 90s. I think it was an item mage, and I played that for a little bit until I got into EverQuest. And then I played EverQuest so long, I was like addicted to EverQuest. And I almost actually, I was always a good student, and then because I got so much into EverQuest, I ended up getting a C in one of my classes, and I was like, I can't have this. So I had to drop EverQuest, but I played it for like 5 years straight. I was a shaman, a level 60 epic weapon shaman. So there. Let's see. I've also played WoW, but I wasn't really that big of a fan of WoW. It seemed like you were kind of on your own and nobody really talked. Whereas in EverQuest, people talk to you. You had to join a group. You had to have a group in order to do anything in EverQuest, and I like that social aspect of EverQuest. That's what I liked so much about it. Okay, let me try to get through some more of these comments. I'm halfway up the comment thing, and I need to go down further. Let's see. Where am I going? I'm reading all of these, and I'm trying to read them quickly, and I'm trying to also answer questions too. Chairs Missing says, I've always wanted to play Grandia 3. Eric Landon said that it was better than 2. I don't agree with that. Grandia 3 was a dumpster fire. Grandia 2, I think, was the best Grandia. And Grandia 3 started out great. It started out really good. You know, the boy, the mysterious girl, the mother, cute little Alphonse. I liked him. And then, like, within 10 hours, the good characters leave your party and then you get boring people. Not a fan of Grandia 3. Grandia 2 was much, much better. Let's see. Where are we at? Oh, I've talked about my fitness routine. Let's see. I don't have a Switch, so I haven't played Project Triangle Strategy Demo. I talked about this last time. I was going to, or I'm going to be getting a Switch, probably for my birthday in May. So I already talked to Ken about that because we always, wonder what we're going to get each other because like it's easy to buy a gift whenever you're like a kid, but once you're like an adult and you have a job and like normally whenever you want something you just buy it. But for whatever reason I never did buy a Switch, so I think that'd be a good thing for Ken to get me. It would be a Switch. So in May I will be getting a Switch and I'll be buying Bravely Default 2 and I'll play that demo and I'll be buying other things for the Switch. Let's see. Man, that would be nice. Justin H says, I'm holding out for a Shadow Hearts sequel or remaster. Man, you and I both. I would love to see like a Shadow Hearts, just like a compilation. Just HD them, put a compilation in there, and maybe a fast forward button. I'm a big fan of fast forward buttons, I've got to say. Oh, my comments just skipped again. It's kind of weird. Like, I'm doing good with the comments, and then they skip. So, let's see. Where am I at? Oh, I'm trying to... Man. Let's see. Oh, thank you. So, Theo said, your gym regimen keeps you looking great. Thank you so much. Good for you for not skipping leg day. Thank you. Actually, Timbermaniac, what manner of torture device did he just pull out? Yeah, that's how behind in the comments I are right now because I'm only just now reading the comments about the little peddler thing. I bought it off of Amazon. It was like I think it was $17.99, so it's not expensive or anything. Oh, thank you, Eagle Knight. He says, what are your thoughts on Ys 9? Have you gotten around to it yet? I'm currently playing Ys 9, and I think it is fantastic. I love doing the power where you fly up on the buildings and all that, and then you have the hawk power where you're flying around and you're getting the treasures and all. Like that's my favorite part, is just acting like a superhero badass, exploring that city. I am all about it. What is that thing called again? I'm assuming the little cycler. It's just like an underdesk cycler. I just typed it into Amazon, like underdesk cycler or underdesk bicycle or something. Yeah, you can find it on. Just type that into Amazon. It was under $20. It's not expensive. Sharon Electrons, high five for May birthdays. Hearts from Alabama. Well, hearts from a previous Georgia resident. So yeah, thank you. And happy... Well, it's not May yet, but happy future birthday. Billy Watson has that same peddler. Yeah, it's nice. Where am I at? Do I feel that the JRPG genre... Our Divine Mouse Overlord asks, do you feel that the JRPG genre is too easy? I noticed you once said you don't like hard games, but considering some of the games that you've beaten, I don't understand why. Here's the thing. I don't mind grinding, or I don't mind fair difficulty. I don't like unfair difficulty. There's a difference. Like, enemies leveling with you in 7th Saga is unfair difficulty. A billion enemies coming out of nowhere in ActRaiser 2 or in Ys 3 is unfair difficulty. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I don't like that sort of stuff. But I will... I'll grind. It's not a big deal. Some people think that Earthbound's hard. I don't think it's all that hard. You just have to grind a little bit. It's fine. Red mages do use both black and white magic. That is correct, but they don't have access to level 8 magic and some other magics that the black and white mages have access to. Do I like the Fire Emblem series? that's going to be a controversial topic. Oh, we'll just leave it at that is a controversial topic. Do I like the Fire Emblem series? I'm sure I'm going to get some hate for my thoughts on that. The thing about Fire Emblem is it's kind of like I was talking about with unfair difficulty. There's no way that, especially the earlier games, there's no way that you can grind. Like, there's this Pegasus girl that joins you and she gets one shot from some archer somewhere and then she's completely screwed. And once she's one shot, she's dead. So, I mean, like, you know, but the newer ones, I think they came out of the starting on the 3DS, where you could do like casual difficulty and permadeath is no longer a thing. I can play those. I can definitely play those. But then the other ones, like those. Here's the thing: I've played all the Fire Emblems, but whenever I played them with emulation because I don't want to have permadeath. You know what I mean? Like, once my character dies, I'm like, screw this, and I restart the chapter. So it was just frustrating. It was just frustrating. Oh, let's see. Somebody asked about Octopath Traveler. If I don't have a Switch, how am I playing it? It's actually available on Steam. I bought it on Steam. And it was on sale for 50% off not that long ago, too. So, yeah. My very first RPG was Dragon Warrior for the NES. I played it whenever I couldn't even read. I would sit there and watch my brother play. And I remember my brother one time gave me the controller when I was like, here, go grind. And I was just wandering around, and I found Coal Village, and I called him back in, and I was like, look, I found this village, and he grabbed the controller from me and started going through and talking to the villagers, and I'm like, what are they saying? You know, and he would read it to me, so, yeah. Where am I at? Let's see. Thanks for being, this is from Cordell Piper. Thank you for being a great representation for the LGBT community. Well, thank you. I try my best. I don't consider myself to be, I don't put myself out there as, the gay RPG player first. I like games and I just happen to be gay. It's just a facet of my personality. Any other socials? I talked about this on the last live stream. Don't do Twitter. I have an Instagram. I haven't posted on Instagram in ages, and I have a Facebook. Facebook is the best way to find me or to follow me. If you send me a friend request, just out of the blue, I'll more than likely delete you. But if you send me a friend request with a message saying like, hey, I know you from YouTube, then I'll accept you. Because I don't want like random crazy people following me, But if you send me a message and you're like, oh, I know you from YouTube, then I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. And then I'll accept your friend request. But, like sometimes there's like trolly people on Facebook or scammers, so I don't accept everybody. So just send me a message saying, oh, I know you from YouTube, and I'll accept you. It's fine, whatever. Kenny Flynn, I almost failed junior year because of Final Fantasy Tactics. Oh my god, I can kind of relate. Yeah, sometimes games just kind of take over your life, but you have to make that, you have to find that balance. I remember after I gave up EverQuest, I pretty much almost gave up games in general because I was so freaked out about it. I was so freaked out. I was like, oh my god, this is controlling my life, and I was like, I can't have this. So yeah. Oh, do I play fighting games? Jive GN asks me that. I did back on the SNES. I played Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2 as well, Mortal Kombat. Then there was Killer Instinct on the N64 that my brother bought. I played that, but I really haven't. Ever since I moved out of my house, I didn't have anybody to play with. I would play with my brother, but whenever, nobody's there to play with you, they're not that fun. So no, I haven't played fighting games in 20-something years. God, more than that. I'm feeling old now. I'm not going to say how long it's been. EverQuest. Oh, Tristan, have you heard of EverQuest Project 1999? It's an emulated server that time locks after Velius. Hey, that'd be cool. Whenever I first started EverQuest, Velius was just coming out. I bought the Kunark one. And then once they like went to the moon or something, I was like, oh, this is stupid. And that's around the time where I stopped, actually. So something that time locks after Velius sounds actually good. I'm going to have to look into that. Oh, let's see. Do a Suikoden 3 Let's Play. Yeah, I don't think so. Let's see. People are just saying hello. Oh, okay. I'm not saying that Grandia 3 is that bad. I'm just saying that if I were to choose Grandia 2 over Grandia 3, I would choose Grandia 2 any day of the week. That's all I'm saying there. My favorite RPG tune, you mean like a cartoon? Whenever I was okay, I'm gonna age myself. Whenever I was a little kid, I used to watch the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, and then every Friday it had like the Zelda episode, and then there was also a Sonic the Hedgehog one. There was Captain N. There was a lot of them, and I think that there was even like a Dragon Warrior cartoon back at one point. So yeah, there was a lot of cartoons. Chrisman asks, aside from the obvious Mother 3, I've played through a lot of fan-translated RPGs. There's Eternal Felena, which is an interesting one. It's like a lesbian RPG, but it's not like lesbian in a fan-servicey, gross way. It's lesbian in like a nice way. There's Bahamut Lagoon, of course. There is, God, there's a lot on the SNES. Trying to think of them right at the top of my head, though. I mean, I remember I had to play Dragon Quest 6 and 5 for the first time translated. Final Fantasy 4, 5, and 2, and 3 for the first time translated. Now they're released, but the first time I played them was translated. There was a lot of, a lot of that going on back in the scene. I'm trying to go down through these comments, quicker. So let's see. Oh, it just jumped again. It's like every time that I'm trying to go through the comments, the stupid thing jumps all the way down to the bottom, and then I'm lost again. Okay. Oh yeah, that's a good one too. He goes, I'm currently playing through the English fan translation of Tengai Macchio Zero. Thanks to you, loving it so far. That one was fan-freaking-tastic. I would love every single Far East of Eden game to get translated. In fact, there was a Far East of Eden compilation released on the PSP in Japan only. Can someone please translate that? Like, come on, what are you doing? Translate that thing. God, for the SNES, I did a playthrough of that. If you are a fan of Earthbound, play God. It's called like GOD, Growth and Evolution, or Growth and Devolution, or I don't know, it has a long title. Just type in God, like literally G period O period D period, because it stands for something, I don't really know. Anyway, fantastic game, play God. Let's see. I have played Summer Night Swordcraft Story for the Game Boy Advance. I liked it. It was a solid action RPG. Can't say much more about that. It was nice. Oh, here we go. From Matthew Phillips. Thank you for the donation, man. Every time I turn around, thank you so much, Matthew Phillips. Any JRPGs that you wish were fan translated but aren't, and it hurts so much? Yeah, the the Tengai Macchio Zero games. Oh, also, Tales of Destiny 2, Tales of Rebirth, Tales of Destiny R, all those Tales games out there. There's some Popolo Croix games out there that I wish were translated. A game that I've wanted to be translated for a long time and was finally released on the Switch was called Moon. I think it was called like Moon RPG Adventure, and whenever I get the Switch, I will be playing that as well, because I remember reading about that on the cutting room floor, and I was all about it. So I would love to play that as well. Zalgratis says, roll up them sleeves and flex the guns. There it is. Okay. Oh, God. Let's see. Have I ever played Persona 5 Royal? I have. I don't think... Oh, I have another donation. Let's see. From Dan Rogers. Sending some love. Please keep rocking out those RPG lists. You've mentioned it a few times, but have you ever beaten Albert Odyssey? My favorite RPG. I have. I played it through emulation, of course, and yeah, there was Fargasta. I put that in one of the worst dungeons lists because of obvious reasons, but yeah, Albert Odyssey. It's a fun game. I like that, but man, you really need a fast forward button on a lot of these older games. It's unfortunate, but you do. Let's see. Oh, God, these comments, they keep on skipping. What is going on here? Let's see. Let me just. I guess if the comments skip, I'm just going to have to just roll with it and not try to find my spot where I was. CJ Neely, will you ever cover Phantasy Star games? I don't think I've seen them on your channel. Really? Because I've thought that I've covered quite a bit of Phantasy Star games. If you mean will I ever Let's Play them? Probably. Probably Phantasy Star 4. Not a fan of the other ones. But Phantasy Star 4... I don't like the first-person dungeon crawling in the first one. The second one, the dungeons are ridiculous, and it also seems kind of janky how your characters join you. The third one, the less said, the better. But Phantasy Star 4, sure, that's a good game. Like, that's up there with the great Final Fantasies on the SNES. I mean, I think that one is a fantastic game. I covered that in some Worst Dungeons videos. I've covered that in Best Towns videos. I've covered that in that death video that I did about, like, shocking deaths or something. So yeah, I've covered Phantasy Star on my channel before. Let's see. Oh, there's so many comments. Oh, here we go. From, oh god lord, I'm not going to be able to pronounce this. Melancholy Owl. There we go. Melancholy Owl. JRPG Zaddy Live. Did you make a video of thirsty bishes? I do have that top 10 sexiest JRPG characters video, so I guess that one might work. Thank you so much for your donation. Speaking of collies, just because I'm on the topic, because his name has collie in it, I had 2 collies growing up. My very first dog was a collie named Coffee, because she was brown and white and black, so we named her Coffee. And unfortunately, though, Coffee, I think that she was poisoned. There was this little asshole living in my neighborhood, and I'll talk about him sometime, maybe. Maybe in the future. Like, he was he ran me over. He tried to shoot me with a frickin' BB gun, and I swear to God, that asshole poisoned my frickin' dog, too. He was a little devil shit. But anyway, I've talked about growing up in Appalachia and how it's horrible, right? So yeah, there's just a little sneak peek of little things to come. But yeah, I swear to God, he poisoned my freaking dog. She died after 3 years. And then we got another collie, and we named her Dixie because my mother used to watch All My Children all the time. And her favorite character on All My Children was Dixie Cooney. And so we named her... So we named her Dixie. So yeah. Dixie did not die. So yeah, that's good. I mean, she died eventually, but she didn't die after 3 years because some crazy sociopath. Shut up. Hi, Daniel. My brother is in the stream. I didn't even tell my brother that I would be doing this or anything, but thank you. You don't have to donate to me, Daniel. But hello. Hi, Daniel's in Georgia, and yeah, he's in the stream giving me a thumbs up. Thank you so much. That was not expected. Oh, man. Daniel, let me talk about this. So, my very first job, this chat just jumped again. My very first job was working at Publix, which is a grocery store in the South. And I started as a bagger, moved up to a cashier, moved up to an office cashier. And that was also Daniel's first job as well. He started as a bagger, moved to a cashier, went into the bakery, became an assistant bakery manager, became a bakery manager, became an assistant store manager, and now he runs his very own store in Atlanta, Georgia. He has had one job his entire life, working at Publix. So, hello, Daniel. Thank you so much for the donation. You don't have to donate to me or my brother, for God's sakes. Why don't I like Marl from Chrono Trigger? Riz S asks. Because Marl sucks. She's the worst healer. Of the healers, she's the worst one. She's the only one who can't multi-heal. Life 2 is completely useless. You don't need it. And her magic attack stat sucks. Like, Luca could be doing 1,000 damage with a flare, and she's over there doing 400 with an ice too. That's why. Like, she's just terrible. Not to mention her stats and survivability and her HP levels. Like, not a fan. Not a fan. Dynasty Girl says, would you consider playing Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth? If you enjoy the Persona games, you'll enjoy Cyber Sleuth. I was never one to get into Pokemon games or Digimon games or any of the Mon type games. So I haven't played any Digimon games at all. To me, they just, I guess I just feel like they're all Pokemon knockoffs. I mean, I could be completely wrong. I would rather just not say anything about a particular game than to slander it in some way. So maybe I'll give it a shot one of these days, but I have not played the Digimon games. I've barely even played the Pokemon games for God's sakes. So yeah. Let's see. How do I, Trusty24 says, how do you prepare your patients for these end game grinds? Do you have any tips? Have some alcohol. Okay, so either number one, get you an underdesk cycler and say, okay, I'm going to do an hour of grinding while I sit here and cycle and get my cardio in at the same time. Or have a drink. Have a drink and just sit there and grind. Yeah, either way. Or you can turn on the radio. Whenever I was a kid, and I'm going to age myself again. When I was a kid, I would have my boom box next to me. And I would listen to the radio, and they would do the top 10 countdowns or whatever. Whenever I heard a song that I liked, I would hit play record, and I would have my cassette tape in there, and I would record songs, and I'd be sitting there playing the game, but at the same time, recording music. So I felt like, oh, I'm not wasting time. Do something so that you feel like you're not wasting time. So, yeah. Oh, Daniel says, doggo memories, Dixie will rise again. Yeah. Dwikey, I'm so sorry. Dwikey Pakike asks, do I have a daughter? No, I do not have a daughter. My brother has 2 daughters, but I do not have a daughter. No, I don't have any kids. Don't have any kids at all. Q&A with your brother. Brother Vinc, let's go. Yeah. Oh, good Lord. Okay, I lost myself in the comments again. They jumped on me. Let's see. Okay, I think I found it because people kept on going about Brother Vinc. So yeah. Oh, Publix has got them good subs. They do. I'm telling you, if you've not had a Publix sub, like, I'm telling you, Subway, Jersey Mike's, whatever, they got nothing on those Publix subs, and I swear it's the bread. It's something with the bread, something that they make it. Those Publix subs are amazing. Yeah. Let's see. Super Mist says, have you played the unofficial Chrono Trigger sequel, Crimson Echoes or Flames of Eternity? I have, but I played them back whenever they were first released, and they must have not been balanced or something, because, like, the random trash mobs would take forever. And I was like, I can't deal with this. So I played like 10 minutes and I put them down. Maybe they've been rebalanced in such a way that I can play them again, but I haven't gone back to them because I would like to. That would be kind of cool. CJ Neely that donates. He says, thanks for all the great content. Looking forward to more. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Let's see. Yeah, Daniel says, definitely love Earthbound. He was the one who got me into Earthbound. I told this story, Daniel. You probably didn't watch the video because he doesn't watch any. I mean, every once in a while he'll send me a text and be like, oh, I watched your video. And I'm like, oh, I forgot that you even knew that I had a channel. But Daniel was the one who got me into Earthbound. He would read the Nintendo Powers and be like, oh, this game looks really cool. And I would look at it and said, it says that this game stinks. And the scratch and sniffs smell like, black pepper. and the artwork is so ugly. And you think that it's cool, and you'd be like, yeah, this is like the coolest thing ever. And I'm like, whatever. So that Christmas, he got Earthbound, and I got Lufia 2. And both fantastic games, but yeah, if it wasn't for him, I probably would have slept on Earthbound. So yeah, even a JRPG fan like me would have slept on Earthbound. So thank you, Daniel. Let's see. Best character in Xenogears, Jeremy Davidson asks. He says that his is Ellie. I do like Ellie, but for whatever reason, I'm drawn to Billy. Just something about him, something about Billy. I really like him. I don't know, he just speaks to me. Maybe it's because he's really cute or something. I don't know. Let's see. Where are we at? Okay, I'm just going through a lot of these comments. That a lot of them just say like LOL or whatever. So, oh, somebody asks, is there any anime that you like? I've said it before and I've said it again. I don't really watch all that much anime. The only anime that I ever really watched was Sailor Moon back when I was in high school, like the original, the OG Sailor Moon. So yeah, I don't even know what OG stands for. I just know that people say it a lot. I assume it stands for original girl. I don't really know. I heard, you're gonna laugh at me. The only time that I ever heard people use the term OG was on Dance Moms. You guys know Dance Moms with Abby Lee Miller, that reality show that was hysterical? And they would call themselves the OGs. And I just thought, oh, it means the original girls. It probably doesn't, but that's what I'm going with. So, oh. Dynasty Girl, would you consider Let's Playing the Ogre Battle Saga games? One of my very, very, very first, it wasn't even a Let's Play at the time. It was like recording the cutscenes. One of the very first things that I did on my channel was recording the cutscenes of Ogre Battle 64. So you can search way back and find those. Where are we at? Let's see. What's next to me but not on my shoulder? I don't know. This thing? That's the microphone. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, let's see. A lot of people have asked if I should do like ranking music of ranking videos of RPG music. I'm considering doing some RPG music videos, but I wouldn't talk in them. It would just be literally like, here's some overworld music that I like, and I would just have like 10 overworld songs and just put them in and just have no speaking or whatever, because I feel like that would defeat the purpose of a music video. I would just, have the songs in there. So yeah. Does your boyfriend game with you often? My husband does not game with me. He has played 2 games with me. Whenever I first got the Wii, we downloaded Super Mario Brothers, the very first one. And he was like, I've never played this before. And I'm like, oh, just give it a shot. He couldn't get past the first pit. He couldn't figure out how to press the over button and the A button to jump at the same time to get over the first pit. That's how bad he is at video games. And the next game that we played was Wii Sports, and we played like tennis together or something. So yeah, he's not really a gamer. So yeah. Oh, where are we at? Where am I at in these comments? Let's see. You've never seen a Publix in real life, and you live in the South. Maybe Daniel can answer this question, but as far as I know, they are only in Georgia, Florida, Alabama, and South Carolina. They may have gone into different states since then, but those are the states that they were in whenever I worked there. I worked there from 1998 until 2002. I think I worked at Publix. Yeah, for 4 years. My very first job, I stuck it out for 4.5 years, and then I quit, and I had been vested with stocks and everything at 5 years. I'm a moron. I know. Where are we at? Let's see. Ancient Cave. Somebody asked me, and they had the audacity to be like, you should play Lufia 2. You never really talk about it. I bet you've never played Lufia 2. And I came back with them, and I was like, bitch, don't try me. I have a save on an emulator right now that has not only the new games new game on there, but I have the freaking gift mode on there. So I don't want to hear about how I've never played Lufia 2. I've gone through gift mode where you just do the ancient cave, and I've even done it with like challenges where you don't choose the good party, you choose the crummy party with Tia and Lexus, you know? So, yeah. Oh, where are we going? Let's see. Oh, what was my favorite and least favorite 7th Saga character? Set Knife asks. That's, I've always felt that Legis was underpowered. He has bad defense. He doesn't really have access to healing. I mean, I just feel like he's a poor man's Asuna, as well as a poor man's Wilmy. But then there's Lux. And Lux is very overpowered. But whenever he's walking, it's bum 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 bum, and it gets so annoying. So I don't really like Lux for that reason either. So yeah. Okay, still got, man, I put this on a 10-second delay. I should have put it on like a 60-second delay. Good lord, these comments. Daniel says, are you going to tell them about the band that we had together as kids? I remember we would go over to Brianna's house and we would like record music videos and we would do like Material Girl. And this is how old I am. I know Material Girl. I know. And we'd like record it and we'd like put Brianna in like sheets as like a big dress and we'd like carry her around like she was Madonna or whatever. But I don't exactly recall this thing about a band. I remember that you, Daniel, were in some weirdo band, or at least you wanted to be, or you bought like recording equipment or something. He would spend thousands of dollars on this recording equipment that was ridiculous, and he'd like play every single instrument. He'd like, I'm going to record the lyrics. Okay. I'm now going to go back and record the drums. Okay. Now I'm going to go back and record the guitar. And he would record himself playing all these different instruments over the same thing. It was kind of crazy. I just found it to be kind of obnoxious myself, but whatever. Let's see. Retro Rocket says, thoughts on Yuffie DLC as a PS5 exclusive? Yeah, I'm kind of salty about that myself, considering I don't have a PS5 and you still have to like pay a scalper in order to get one. So yeah, not really a fan. I'm sure I'll play it one of these days, but I'm also not going to pay a scalper for a PS5 either. So, I mean, if I have to wait, I'll wait. Oh, the comments jumped again. Let's see, where am I at? Man, the comments, like, it bothers me when they jump so much. Let's see. Let me just say that. Oh, okay, OG. I thought it said original girl, but it's original gangster. That's the gay in me coming out. Of course it's original girl. What else could it possibly be? But the real world knows, oh, it's gangster. And I'm over here, oh, it's just original girl. Like, oh, Timber Maniac. I love the reference here. I'll do my best with singing. This is why I never sang in Daniel's little band that he wants to bring up to embarrass me. But here we go. Fighting evil by moonlight, winning love by daylight, never running from a real fight. He is the one called Davidvinc. Okay, I can go crawl into a hole and die right now because I am embarrassed for myself. I am aware. Let's see. Yeah, Sailor Moon had a gay couple, but in the American version, they were told that they were just cousins. And honestly, whenever I watched it, like, that extra portion didn't come over yet. There was the first season, and then there was like this interlude season with those two aliens. I forgot their names. There was like Anne and Alex or something, and they were brother and sister, but they were aliens. It was a weird little interlude season. I wasn't really a fan of that. And then they did one where Sailor Chibi, Moon the daughter, comes in, and it was around the time that I moved away to college, and I just life catches up and you just quit watching. So yeah. Oh, where am I at? Oh, Daniel's talking some more. God, every time I see that Daniel's talking, I'm like, what are you gonna say now? What are you gonna do to embarrass me now? 'Where are we at? Let's see. Yeah, okay, Timber Maniac says, I meant the boombox back when they were on people's shoulders for some reason. There was this kid who lived in our neighborhood back in the 80s, and I don't remember his name. And was it Brandon? It was the kid who lived next door. Maybe Daniel remembers his name. He was the kid who lived next door, and he was much older than us. He was probably 10 years older than us. But he would put on his roller skates and roller skate all over the place with a boombox on his shoulder. And at the time, I thought he was so cool. My parents thought that he was the most obnoxious thing ever, though. But whatever. Where are we at? Let's see. Who would I be? If I was a Lufia 2 character, who would I be and why? You remind me of Guy. Guy works for me. I could see that. It probably reminds you of Guy because of the blonde hair. But yeah. Let's see. Who would I be? Maybe Dakar. I don't know. I like Dakar. Dakar just kind of... He doesn't give shit, you know? He just does what he does. I like it. Oh, okay. They have Publix in North Carolina, too. Who knew? Let's see. Ada Trice says you could do a How I Met My Husband video, and I would, but I would also have to talk about my coming out story, and I want to save that for a different video because that is a long story, and it's kind of a dark period, so I would just save that for a different time. Let's focus on the positives here. Oh, let's see. Tristan says, when did you meet Ken? I met him in 2003. He is not into video games, though. Oh, where am I at? Did I play the fun? I did play the Final Fantasy VII remake. I have a video. I have like a review video on it. A lot of people ask me these questions. Hey, did you play this? Did you do that? Did you do this? And I'm like, just search on the channel. There's a lot of stuff on the channel. I've been doing this for many, many years. So yes, just the other day, somebody was like, David, when you get a chance, would you do a Secret of Evermore Let's Play? That would be great for your next Let's Play. And I'm like, I have a Secret of Evermore Let's Play. You can find it on my channel, but yeah, it's there. Oh, let's see. We got Winn-Dixie and Rouse's in New Orleans, no Publix. I'm sorry that you have Winn-Dixie. The last time I was in Winn-Dixie, maybe it was in Ingalls. I was traumatized by it because there were these cakes out on this folding table. This must have been like 91, 92 or something. There was cakes out on this folding table, and I went over because I was like, oh, I want this cake. You know, I was young, and I went to pick it up and put it in my mother's cart, and then ants got all over my arm, and I looked at the cake, and there were ants crawling all over the cake, and I was like, ah! And I put it back on the table, and there must have been ants all over that freaking table. And my mother was like, what's wrong? And I was like, there's ants on that table on that food over there. And she goes, we're leaving. And we got in the car, and we drove up to Kroger instead because she was not about to buy anything in that store. I don't think that she ever set foot in an Ingalls again. But yeah. Let's see. What's my favorite? There goes the comments jumping again. Why do they do that? He asked, I read the comments, but I wasn't able to get the name because the comments jumped. He said, what is your favorite NES game? I would have to go with Dragon Warrior 3. There's just so much replay value to it. There's so much going on with Dragon Warrior 3 between the world based on our real world, the dark world. You can set up yourself with some challenges, put a party of merchants in there or jesters or whatever. Or you could do the easy way with a soldier and a fighter and a pilgrim, but hey, whatever. Let's see. I see somebody says that was awesome, Daniel, but I don't know what Daniel said, and I have to go back. Okay, Daniel is going to set it straight. Publix in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina, Tennessee, North Carolina, and Virginia. Wow, they've gone up north to Virginia. Who knew? Insane ASOC says, David, have you ever played Suganai Atonement for the PlayStation 2? I have, and I believe it was on one of my worst RPGs ever list. That game sucked. Oh, where are we at? Let's see. Where are we at? Oh, Jason Rivera, do you have any tips for getting through dialogue-heavy RPGs? Make sure that you enjoy the story, because if you don't like the story, you're not going to like the dialogue, you know? If you don't like the story, it's just you playing. You're not cheating if you fast forward through the dialogue. If you're sick of reading it all, you know, you're not cheating. If you want to fast forward, my God. But yeah, if you don't like the story, you don't like the story. Honestly, confession time. I'm playing through Ys 9 right now. I've told you guys that. And I'll do the side quests. I'm doing the side quests, but I'm also kind of fast forwarding through all the side quest dialogue, because it's like dialogue about, like, you know, oh, there was this lobster bisque that I really enjoyed back when, but I don't know the recipe for the lobster bisque. If you could find the ingredients for it, that'd be lovely. And I'm like, oh my God, who cares about your stupid lobster bisque? My God. But I want the rewards, so I'm doing the side quest, but I don't really care about all the dialogue. But that being said, I am reading all the dialogue for all the story sequences, but if I have to sit there and go on about lobster bisque, I'm gonna ugh. So yeah. Oh God, I'm only now at the comments where people are applauding about my Sailor Moon song. So yeah, I've got to get through these comments quicker. I've got to get through them quicker. Cody Ward says, David, who is your favorite Trails character? I've always liked Olivier. He was always a lot of fun. I always liked him a lot. So yeah, I'm sure somebody else is going to come to me in my mind, but yeah. David Tinner says, I was in choir in middle school, but I was very shy. I tried it again in high school, and I loved it. I was in choir in high school as well. So yeah, let's see. Where are we at? That's right. Riz S says, he says in Seattle Moon, but in Sailor Moon, there was a gay couple in the first season, Kunzite and Zoisite. And I think what they did in the American version was they took, I want to say Zoisite, and they made him into a woman in the American version, so that as to not make it a gay couple, because God forbid you have a gay couple on in the 90s, I know. Oh, let's see. He says, Alex says, for the third time, what was it you said you wanted for the Switch? Again, off the top of my head, I want Moon RPG Remix. I want Bravely Default 2. Obviously the Xenoblades, and I'm sure there's some other ones, but what I'm going to do, like right now, because I don't own a Switch isn't exactly on my radar. So what I'm going to do is research Switch RPGs much more once I get my once I do get my Switch. I'll research more Switch RPGs. But those are the three right now off the top of my head that I know that I do want. Oh, Stephen Partridge says, love your videos, just hopping in to say hi. Well, hello, thank you. Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to get through these comments, and my comment thing just jumped again. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, I think it was you, Randy Hendrick, who was like, hey, did you ever play Tecmo Secret of the Stars? And I'm like, yeah, I have a Let's Play of it. So yeah, and he just commented, and I was like, yeah, I just saw your Let's Play, so yeah. I have a lot of Let's Plays out there. I've been doing this for a while. Dynasty Girl says, can you say hi to my son, Max? Yes, I can indeed. Hi, Max. Thank you for watching, and I'm glad that you're here watching along with your mother. Hi, guys. I hope that you guys are enjoying it, because I'm having a good time doing this. I haven't quit smiling in over an hour, because I'm just having a lot of fun. Durkee Gamer says, have you played Omori? I'm never going to be able to pronounce that right. I've heard a lot about it. I have not yet played it because I like my JRPGs to be fun and bright and uplifting and happy. And I don't want to play a game that's depressing. And I've heard a lot of people saying that it's very depressing, and I don't want to play a depressing game. But if you guys can convince me otherwise that it's not depressing, I'll play it. Matthew Phillips again. Thank you for the donation, Matthew Phillips. Have you tried any of the RPG makers? Did you make anything? Here we go. Actually, this is something that I want to talk about. He brings up a good point. There was an RPG Maker on the original PlayStation 1. It was just titled RPG Maker. I made a game called Angels of Rizaran, and it is currently on RPG Maker magazine right now because I actually went to the store and I purchased a Dex drive and I uploaded the thing and I spent hours, we're talking hundreds of hours. Oh, bye, Daniel. Hundreds of hours creating this Angels of Rizaran game. And then I uploaded it to the RPG Maker magazine. And then over the course of the years, I have lost my Dex drive and I have saved over those memory cards. So I don't have access to it anymore. And I can't download the game and I can't play the game because I've wanted to go through and play that game and show it to you guys, because I remember I made a blue mage. I made an overworld map with that thing. I have party changing. I have like a scenario system. Like, I spent hundreds of hours on this game. You have no idea. I'm sure going back and playing it now, it would be kind of embarrassing, but whatever. I think that it would be fun. So if any of you have a Dex drive out there and would like to mail it to me, or if you have the Dex drive and you're able to download those saves and somehow send them to me through a Google Drive or something, I don't even know how that works, but if I could get my hands on those saves from 20 years ago, 22 years ago, that would be great. It was called Angels of Rizaran on RPG Maker magazine. It is there. It is out there, off in the ether. Let's see. Oh, thank you. Let's see. Top RPG songs. I have played Sweet Home. That was a horror RPG. But again, I like my JRPGs bright and sweet and to the point and everything. So yeah. Oh, another donation. This is from Vegan Called Quest. Thank you so much for the donation. Cheers for the hours of content and sharing your love, our love, and of the RPG span of the decades. Well, thank you so much, Vegan Called Quest. Thank you so much for your donation. Where am I at now? Shadowrun for the SNES. I have played Shadowrun. I remember reading about it as a kid in Nintendo Power and thinking, oh, this is kind of cool. But I ended up actually playing it through emulation, not on the system. It was whenever I got access to emulation, I went through and I downloaded a million games that I've always heard about or read about, and I wasn't able to actually play, and then I was able to play them through emulation. Alex says, speaking of Dragon Warrior Dragon Quest, did you ever play Dragon Quest 9? I'm trying to decide if it's worth forcing my boyfriend to play it with me. As a matter of fact, right here, it's funny that you mentioned that because I have Dragon Quest 9, Dragon Quest 9, Dragon Quest 9, Dragon Quest 9, and there's another Dragon Quest 9 over there on their shelves too. I just happen to have them all right here, so that's funny that you mentioned that. I've played Dragon Quest 9 before, just saying. Oh, Justin H., do you feel like there should be more gay representation in JRPGs? Yes, I do. In fact, I was starting a script up talking about not exactly top 10 like gay characters in JRPGs, but just a video just discussing gay characters in JRPGs, kind of like the video that I did discussing JRPG length. And as I'm going through this video, I'm like, well, they were gay in Japan, or this guy was just the butt of a joke, or, they turned this person into a woman in the American version, or, oh, well, he was gay, but he was also like the supervillain, so they made him gay, and it's like, where are like the positive gay role models? Where are they? Because I'm not seeing them. They're very, very few and far between. Like, I can think of like Joachim from Shadow Hearts 2. And then if they do come in, they're so over the top and so flamboyant. Like Sylvando. And here's the deal with Sylvando. Let's talk about him for a hot second. Sylvando. They make him obviously gay. Like, the bitch is gay as hell. Like, obviously gay. But then they also turn him into a eunuch. He's gay, but there's nothing going. Like, he never actually expresses attraction in any way, shape, or form to any other male character. They just make him incredibly gay, but also a eunuch at the same time. If you know what if you catch my drift. Like, that's where I'm at with that. Let's see. Let me try to get back down to the comments. So, yeah. Let's see where we're going on. Oh, where are we at? Going down with this. Dragon Quest V or Chrono Trigger? Dragon Quest V is my favorite Dragon Quest, but I have to go with Chrono Trigger. I mean, I just have to. I have to. It's just so good. Let's see. I'm gonna skip down some of these comments because there's just so many. I'm trying to get to more. Amon Hall just says, Ease 8 or Ease 9, which is better for you? Ease 9. I really like I feel so powerful. I feel like a freaking badass superhero climbing up on those buildings and warping all over the place and doing everything. I am a fan of Ease 9. That is a lot of fun. Racing Lagoon for the PlayStation 1. Oh. Huh. Did I do that? Says, have you heard of Racing Lagoon for the PlayStation 1? It's an old Squaresoft JRPG from Square's Golden Age. It's a racing RPG with a world map, random encounters, equipment with a street racing aesthetic. That sounds really cool, actually. I haven't heard of it. I probably saw racing in the title, and I was like, oh, it's just a crummy racing car game. So, yeah, I didn't know, but I'm going to have to look into that. Oh, let's see. Timbermaniac says, Game FAQs used to have a section on saves from games. I remember that, but I don't think that they have that anymore. Let's see. Trying to get through some more comments. Cosmic Star Heroine. I have played Cosmic Star Heroine. I have not beaten it, but I have played it. A lot of people are saying, why do you have so many copies of Dragon Quest IX? I told this story before, and I don't remember exactly which story or which video it was that I told this story. Oh, that's right. It was in my Game Room tour video, like my preview. I was back whenever I wasn't a fan of my Game Room, and I was like, oh, I just want to give you a Game Room tour or whatever, and I talked about the multiple copies of Dragon Quest IX. The reason why I have so many copies is because there's only one save file in Dragon Quest IX, and I was like, well, what if I want to go back and replay it? And I didn't want to erase my old save. So I went and I bought multiple copies. But I bought multiple copies when they were on sale at Best Buy. Best Buy, it was in December years ago. And they were selling their copies for $5 each. So I was like, hell yeah. And I went online and I ordered 5 copies, and then I drove down there, and then the people at Best Buy, they weren't going to sell it to me. They were like, no, this must be a glitch in the system. And I'm like, it's not a glitch. It's literally on your website. And then they had to call the manager, get the manager involved and all this. But needless to say, I got my 5 copies. Yeah, the gay Karen can come out whenever, you get between me and my Dragon Quest. No. So, that is true. In Earthbound, Jeff and Tony was a positively gay couple. Alfredo Coimbra says, well, we do know that Tony was gay. We're not entirely sure if Jeff himself was gay, but we do know for a fact the creator went out and said in an interview that Tony was, in fact, gay. Let's see. Other people are saying that Japan is xenophobic and all that about, gay people and homophobia and all that, and I have heard that myself. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. Let's see. Where else are we at? Am I a fan of the Dragon Quest Monsters games? I'm a fan of the Dragon Quest Monsters Joker games. The Dragon Quest Monsters games on the Game Boy had random dungeons, and we all know how I feel about that. I am not a fan of Dragon Quest, or I'm not a fan of random dungeons in general, so yeah. Chrono Trigger or Lunar? I'm gonna go with Lunar. I don't know. That's actually a good question. Cheers Missing asks that. And that is a very good question. I'll go with Lunar. The story is so cute. I love the songs. I love the music. So yeah, I like that. Oh, another donation. This is from Jarlaxel. $5. Thank you so much. Sending love. Thank you for all the great videos. Well, thank you so much for your donation. Thank you. That's very nice of you. That's very sweet of you. Thank you. Let's see. A lot of people are bringing up gay character. What was the gay character's name? Or the... I don't even want to get into the persona because like there was... I think it was Kanji, and he was like... He was gay until like the very end of the game, and oh wait, I'm not gay, I'm straight. Like, you know, it's just like, it's stuff like that just bothers me. You know, it's stuff like that just bothers me, in some of these JRPGs. And comments jumped again, kind of bothering me there. Greetings from patron Mark. Oh, thank you. Well, thank you. Yeah. Greetings. Does Zelda 2 count as a side-scrolling JRPG? I would say that Zelda 2 is the most JRPG-ish of the Zeldas, so there's that. I have played Kemco RPGs on the mobile telephones. Yes, I have. In fact, I did... There was a video... I have so many videos now, and I'm trying to think of what one was the one that I put the Kemco RPGs on, but I know that there was one video, and I was talking about Kemco RPGs, so yeah, search out that video there. Oh yeah, Dragon Quest Rocket Slime, that was a hidden gem. I liked that one. Star Saver brought that one up too. Yeah, that one is a good Dragon Quest spin-off game, a good Gaiden or side story there, so that's good. Oh, comments keep on jumping. Let's see. Oh, thank you. Matthew Landau says, hey, David, love your videos. Cool to see you live streaming. Well, thanks. I'm having a lot of fun doing this. And I'm able to do it more this week. And Ken's out of town. And he hooked me up with the Ethernet cable. We spent 6 hours on it last night. You know, pulling up the carpet and drilling a hole into the ceiling in the garage and all this. And making it look nice. You know, we don't want some janky wire going all over the house. We wanted to look nice. But yeah, I'm having fun with this live stream, and thankfully there's no lag like there was the first time. Here's the deal. Yeah, it was on Wi-Fi, but I have gigabyte service. Like, I have the highest service that you can have through Cox Internet, and it still was screwing up. It bothered me. So yeah, you need the cord. Oh, let's see. Theo Molyneux says Naruto, Kanji, Yosuke, Teddy, even the main character are queer-coded to some extent. Atlas could have done something great by making these characters explicitly queer, but they dropped the ball, and I'm right there with you. They did. It was like, yeah, we're gonna pretend like we're gonna give you like that carrot. We're gonna feed you. We might be gay, might be gay, might be gay. Oh, no, not gay after all. It's stuff like that just, not a fan. Oh, where we are. Oh, Set Knife, send a love from Tennessee. Well, thank you. We used to drive through Tennessee. We used to go to up to New York to visit my grandparents all the time. We would drive through Tennessee. Oh, let's see. Where are we at? Oh, Timber Maniac brought up my cross stitch. Yeah, I actually do cross stitch, and maybe one of these live streams I'll bring up some of the cross stitches that I have done. It takes forever to do them, but I do cross stitch sometimes. So yeah, a lot of times, like whenever I'm just sitting there watching Netflix or Amazon Prime, I'm just watching TV. I'll just the cross stitch. It just relaxes me. And my mother taught me how to do it when I was very young. And yeah. Tubbs Heft, have you played Alundra yet? I have. I've spoken about it on many occasions. I think I spoke about it on a most difficult RPGs list as well as a worst dungeons RPGs list. And I have played it. I have there's this one dungeon where you're like carrying a torch and then there's like water dripping from the ceiling and it's so much and like I want to throw the game out the damn window. It's really, really hard. It is difficult, but yeah, I have played Alundra. Patrick Blake, are there any more Suikoden Let's Plays coming up? I wouldn't mind doing Suikoden 4 or 5 or something like that, but more than likely I would end up skipping Suikoden 3. I just feel like it is pretty boring. Thoughts on Arc the Lad series? It's a good strategy RPG. I have all of them. The first one is rather short. It's fun. The second one is much longer and it's really good. The third one, it has like some side quest guildy system. I'm not really a fan so much of the third one as I am in the second and third one. There is Twilight of the Spirits, which is more of an action or it's not an action. It's like a real-time strategy game, and that one is pretty fun. Let's see. Oh, lots more questions. I'm trying to get to the end of these questions because I do have to go soon. I have to make dinner. But let's see. Where am I at in these questions? I'm going to probably skip a little down to get some more recent questions. Michael Jalbert says, have you ever considered doing an LP of Dragon Quest VII? If I did do an LP of Dragon Quest VII, I might actually do that as a live stream because I would be able to spend more time with it. It's just such a long game. I feel like doing it in even if you did it in like 30-minute chunks and still cutting out all the random battles and everything, like it would just take forever. And somebody asked me about doing a Cold Steel 4 Let's Play, and like again, I'm human too, and sometimes you just kind of get bored with things, and it's like you're playing the game, and you're like, oh my god, is this ever going to end? So I like my Let's Plays to be in more manageable chunks, not like hundreds and hundreds of hours or hundreds of episodes. Like a good 50 or so episodes I think is perfect. Let's see. Daniel Harty says, how did your family end up in Georgia if your grandparents are in New York State? Well, my parents are also, born and raised in New York as well, but my father, I've said this before, my father was in the Air Force, and because of that, we had to move around a lot. And we ended up moving to Georgia, and then my father got into security, so we ended up staying in Georgia. Let's see. Okay, this is actually a great question. Fantastic question from, I'm going to butcher your name, Michael Swersky. That's the best I could do. He asks, do you play Metroidvania games? Whenever I was a kid, Metroidvania, we used to call them action-adventure games, but Metroidvania games were like my favorite games to play other than JRPGs. And I've actually made a top 10 Metroidvania list, like my top 10 favorite Metroidvanias for the NES and for the SNES, because I've played them for those two systems. Once the PlayStation came out and the flood of JRPGs came with it, the Metroidvanias kind of fell to the wayside. But I have played Metroidvania games. Those two lists, they are in my Patreon purgatory right now. That's what I call it. Whenever I make these videos, and I made those videos months ago, and then I put them on Patreon as like an early access thing, and then I end up like uploading other stuff like Black Sheep videos or most boring videos or discussing JRPG length or things like that. So I have them made. They're there. They're in Patreon purgatory. You can see them right now, but yeah, as far as what I'm going to upload next week, it's still not going to be a Metroidvania list. It's probably going to be... I know what I'm going to upload this weekend. I made a video about 2 weeks ago. It was whenever I was making the Black Sheep video. And somebody commented and said, hey, I would like to say the opposite of this. They said, you've told us the worst in the series. What's the best in the series? So I went through all of the 10 series in that Black Sheep video, and I found what was the best. So for example, like in the Black Sheep video, I said that Tales of the Tempest was the worst. It was the Black Sheep of the Tales series. And then I'm like, okay, well then what was the best Tales game? And I'm going to be putting that in the video that I'm going to be uploading this weekend. And I made that video a while back, and it was actually kind of funny because I made a video about sequels, and then somebody commented and was like, you copied this from Eric Landon, he just made this video about sequels. And I'm thinking to myself, bitch, I made this video 3 months ago. It's been sitting on my Patreon forever. I just now decided to upload it. Like, come on. Wait, so Matthew Phillips says, I found Angel's Rise around. I'm playing it on EPXXE. I tried to, and it wouldn't work for me. It wouldn't let me. I even tried to download it myself and play it on the emulator, and it wouldn't work for me. I wonder how you got it to work. But man, maybe I'll have to try again. Oh, where are we going on? I'm still behind in these comments. Oh, where are we going? Let's see. Oh, what's for dinner? Spaghetti. Spaghetti's for dinner. I'm kind of hungry because for lunch I had fish with cauliflower rice and broccoli. I know. I torture myself with these meals, but whatever. Oh, God. Okay. So I think I'm kind of down at the end of the comments. Oh, wait. Oh, really? I'm down at the end of the comments. Timbermaniac says Eric was the one who tried to start the drama there. I don't want to get into drama or anything, but I don't even. Here's the God's honest truth. I really don't even watch his channel. I am aware of Eric Landon, but I honestly don't really even watch his channel or what he does because I specifically try to not copy other people or not do what other people do, so I make a concerted effort to not watch other people's stuff. But yeah, that's kind of sad that he's trying to start stuff. I don't want to start anything with him, but whatever, that's kind of ridiculous. Oh well. But anyway, with that, I'm going to go. I've been doing this for an hour and a half now. My throat's pretty dry, and I'm gonna go make dinner and play some Ys 9 and I guess do some cycling on my little underdesk cycler thing that I told you guys about. It's getting dark outside, and yeah. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I had a fun time doing it. It was a lot of fun. Hope that you guys enjoyed it too. And if you guys did, maybe I'll do another one. Maybe tomorrow or the next day or something, because this is a lot of fun just coming to you and just talking to you guys. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and yeah, have a good day. See end stream.